How you doing, everybody? My name is Christopher Gray. I'm here with a couple of really good friends of mine. We have Jared and we have John right here. Now, what we're going to do for the next 30 to 45 minutes or so, maybe even a little more depending on how great we feel after this workout, but we're going to focus on doing some things that will not involve having really any equipment at all. And we want to make some type of a workout that's really doable and accessible to people that are different levels of spinal cord injury, depending on what that is. So some of the things that we do, I want you as the individual, I want you to actually look out for yourself. So there's things that you will have that you know about yourself that I won't. I've spent a lot of years working with this population, so I can actually kind of give you some things to think about. For instance, some of the movements that we do, like say maybe in your hands and wrists, they might not be as mobile or have as much control. Or on the other extreme, you might have some hypermobility somewhere. So whatever level of safety and precautions that you are used to taking, keep those intact. Okay, we're gonna go for some meditative, some mind work, some awareness work. We're gonna do some warm-ups, breathing. We're gonna work on some stretching. We're gonna work on some fast-paced movement to get the heart rate up. And we are also gonna come up with some creative ways to use our own bodies while we are sitting in a chair to get some resistance training. Okay, so if you just bear with me, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is work on some breathing awareness. Okay, so depending on your level of injury, there's all kinds of things that can be going on with the way that you breathe and how it affects your diaphragm. One of the things I want you to focus on is to do what we call, it's kind of called the Valsalva maneuver, but I don't want you to actually do this really intensely because there might be blood pressure issues or things like that. The simple technique to kind of get your lungs and your core warmed up is to inhale, not, don't fill yourself up to where you're stressed out, but inhale some air. And then I want you to slightly think about expanding and pushing your stomach muscles out as you exhale. It's real simple. Okay, so let's do that again about 5 times. Do this on your own. You can follow me with the pace and we'll go from there. So Valsalva maneuver, warming up the core, engaging the spine as we breathe. Inhale, and I'm going in through the nose. Then I kind of purse my lips and resist the air as I exhale and expand the stomach. So again, inhale, and then exhale. Very good. Go ahead and continue that on your own a couple of more times. Now, what you're going to notice is I don't want you to try to follow the cadence of my breathing. My lung capacity, my abdominal control may be a lot different from yours. So, for instance, if you can inhale for just 1 second, hold it for 1 second, then let it go in 1 second. That's acceptable. As your lung capacity, your abdominal control increases, you might be able to go to like a full 3 seconds. So if I'm gonna use that as an example, I'm gonna inhale for 3 full seconds, hold it for 3 seconds, and then I'm gonna exhale and expand the stomach for 3 seconds. Okay, so that would be a way to progress your lung capacity. It's a way to progress the resistance and strength of your abdominal muscles and some of the intercostals and your breathing muscles as well. Okay, so now, if you've done that a few times, get a gauge of how you feel. If you're not too lightheaded or anything, I want you to go ahead and pick a number that you're comfortable with, be it 2, 3, 5, or 6. But just remember, the longer you hold your breath in that interval in between, the more your lungs are gonna expand and stress you out. So I would imagine go no more than like 4 or 5 on your timing cadence here. So remember, inhale for a count, hold it for a count, and then exhale for that same count. And make sure that you expand your stomach muscles and purse your lips as you do the exhale. This is a really good warm up for your lungs, your diaphragm, and just all kinds of good energy going through your upper body. Okay, so on your own, go ahead and begin. Very good. Try to just stay relaxed. If you inhale too deeply, you're gonna get stressed out. If you exhale too far, you're gonna get stressed out. Try to find that happy medium in the middle. Very good. All right, now, next thing we're gonna do now that we've warmed up a little bit, you know, with the core and everything, let's work on our posture that's in our chair itself. So everyone's gonna have a different type of chair. Everybody has different needs, which is a great thing because we can customize technology for whatever you need, you know, in general. But what I would like you to do, if possible, with your core control, even if it's just from like the center of your chest up or maybe from your collarbone up, but what I want you to try to do is work on coming off of the support of the back of your chair and then back down. Okay, just work that on your own a couple of times. Follow me when I say go. Go, so we come off and then we go right back down. That's pretty good. So now, if you can feel, or you know what, poor choice of words, you know, I'm used to working with other populations as well. But if you can imagine that just the level of your spine at the level of your shoulder and collarbones can come off the back of your chair and then back down. Now, if you have more trunk control further down your spine, as long as you're safe or you can prop your hands, go ahead and come a little further off and try to engage as much of your core. As you do this, I want you to practice that breath count again that we did just a couple of minutes ago. As an example, I'm gonna do my breath count of 2 with this exercise. So I'm going to inhale and lean forward, hold it for 2, exhale for 2, tightening the core, and then relaxing back to my chair. Very good. Make sure that your breath is not too labored. Make sure that you're comfortable, you're kind of in control. Be mindful if it takes you a little bit to regain your breath after one of these repetitions. If that's the case, then take your breath count down 1 count. So if you were at 3, take the breath count down to 2. If you were at 2, take it back down to 1. And what we're gonna try is 5 more repetitions of this exercise. Okay, so again, we inhale, lift away from the chair, hold it, then do your exhale. Then back to the chair. Very good, that was 1. We're gonna do it again. 2, inhale, lift up, hold, purse the lips and exhale. Very good. Couple more times we have it going. You're doing fine. Again, up, inhale, hold it, purse the lips, exhale. Very good. Let's try 1 more of those with Chris. Ready? Begin. Inhale. Very good. Now, expand those stomach muscles as you exhale and lower back to your chair. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So just kind of take an inventory of your own body. Okay, is everything fine? Does it feel like you have any AD? Anything like that. So as we go through these exercises, feel free to stop, regardless if I'm giving you commands to execute any movements. If you feel like you need to stop and kind of recollect yourself, take a mental inventory of your body, by all means do that. Okay, now, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna work on an awareness exercise now that we've got our breathing kind of relaxed and deep. Now, there's 3 zones to this awareness exercise. Now, I don't want to get too detailed and take up a bunch of time. There's 3 zones: the outward zone, the inner zone, and then the metaphysical zone. Today, we're only going to work on the first zone. In detail, let me describe this to you. Okay, what we're thinking about is everything from the surface of our skin outward. That's where we want to put our awareness. So what I'm going to do when I do the meditation is I'm going to visualize, I'm going to open up all 5 of my senses: my hearing, my sense of touch, even taste, smell. But I want to try to become aware of everything from the surface of my skin outward. What that means is I'm going to turn off my awareness of everything from the surface of my skin inward. So we're going to get in a good spot in our chairs. You can even use that exercise to kind of readjust your trunk if you need to. What I like to do is to put my hands right on my thighs or my knees, or depending on your ability, you can let them rest in your lap. But all of these sensations that you feel, you're going to become aware of those. So if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes, depending on your environment, or keep them open. Have a soft vision. Try not to focus on one thing. Just try to let your eyes be soft and absorb everything from your peripheral around you. Go ahead and start your breathing count, whether it's a 1 count or a 2 count. And I want you to just become aware of everything from the surface of your skin outward. That could be the temperature of the air on your skin, the clothes hanging off your body. We're going to do this for about 30 seconds. Try to even imagine some of the sensations that you might feel. If you were sitting still, regardless of your injury, would you feel the sensation of the ground under your feet and under your toes? Would you feel the hat that's on the top of your head, the tight brim that's going around your brow? If your cheek starts to itch, is that maybe, one of the whiskers on the side of your face you might want to scratch? Ignore the scratch. We want to feel those sensations. Very good. Excellent. So we'll come back to that level of meditation because it really helps kind of differentiate. It helps to kind of quiet your mind down so that you'll be really focused on what the task at hand is. So the first exercise we're going to work on, we're going to do a little bit of range of motion. So what I would like you to do first is to take your right elbow, okay, as best you can. Now, depending on, be careful of your level of, injury, what you're capable of doing. If you have any movement in your right elbow, without trying to twist your shoulder girdle, I want you to bring your elbow and point it right towards the front of your body. You can visualize that you're trying to reach your opposite shoulder and then back down. Now we're going to do the same thing again with the left elbow. Think like you are pointing directly toward the front with the tip of your elbow and back down. Very good. Let's do that again. Right side, elbow up. I'm using the elbow as the focus point because depending on your level of injury, you might not have as much sensation or control with your hands. So we'll just bring it close to the center. Very good. Now the next range I want to do is the flexion of the elbow, where we actually go up almost like you're going to pass a football, if the best you can. Bring your hand just past your ear. Okay, if you get any tension in the upper part of the shoulder, the trap area, stop at that range of motion and then come back down. Now we'll do the other side. Right past the ear and then back down. Okay, back to the right arm again, up. And I'm gonna do these a few times. I'm not as concerned with how many repetitions you get. I just want you to have a visual of the motion. So don't think like you have to move with each rep as quickly or as clearly as I'm doing, okay? Just get used to that range of motion. Let's see what your body is used to doing. Very good. All right, now, next range of motion. This one has a really cool name. I call it drawing the bow to shoot the tiger. Poor tiger. But tigers are really cool animals. They have a lot of visual there. Okay, so what you want to do is, again, we're just using our chairs like normal, keeping ourselves supported. But what we're going to do now is bring both elbows up, almost like you're sitting crosshand. It doesn't really matter which side is on top. Let's just work that motion for a second. Back down. So again, up and back down. Excellent. And just breathe natural. We know how to get our diaphragms working with the breathing now. So the next move we're going to do, I'm going to come up into the cross arm position. And what I'm going to do is just either arm. I'm going to pick my left arm. I'm going to maintain this position and try to extend my left arm out to the left side as far as I can. And at this point, if you can actually kind of pronate and supinate the hands a little bit, notice we're in a posture kind of like we're drawing a bow. Then I'm going to bring the hands back to the center and then relax again. So I want you to go through these ranges of motion. Flexion of the shoulder here, extension of the arm, pronation of the wrist, supination of the wrists once or twice, and then go right along that same path and then come back down. Very good. Now let's go ahead and make sure we try this with the other side. So we bring the arms up. Now I'm going to reach out to the right side, drawing the bow. I love these names. Okay, pronation, supination with the hand a little bit. Then we come back in and down. Hopefully this is feeling pretty good in terms of we're starting to get a little bit of a workout here. You know, getting some independence, getting your arms moving, forcing your trunk to have to support some of our upper body work. So here we go again, arms up. We're going to draw the bow to the right side, reaching out, pronation, supination, and then we come back in, nice and easy. And then we rest. Now, we're going to take these movements and we're going to put it together in an exercise and hopefully get our heart rates up a little bit and get some movement with the upper body. Couple of things I want you to think about. I'll turn to the side here. When we lift the elbows, I want you, as much as you can, try not to pull the shoulders toward the ears. We want to keep the neck and the track muscles and everything nice and relaxed so that our scapula and our shoulder girdle just falls in the place where we need it to be. If we're moving like this, we want to try to avoid that. And I am aware that depending on your ability, your level of motion, sometimes when we want to get the lower arms going, there is a little bit of this going. I'm completely aware that that's okay. I just want you to do the best you can and to stay as close to the idea as you can. I know we're all probably working at different levels. So looking from this position as my arms come up, even through the range of motion, I don't want that shoulder to kind of float upward. I want to kind of keep it relaxed as we have these movements going on. Then we come back in and back to the starting position. Very good. So keep that in mind. Now we're going to go into an interval exercise. We're going to try to do, starting off, 10 repetitions. Okay, so that means a repetition is, okay, I'm doing a bicep curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was 5 repetitions. But that one little interval that I did was called a set. So I do 1 set of 5. Here we're going to do 1 set of 10. We're going to attempt to get to doing the drawing the bow to either side. Now here's the sequence of the exercise. Start in your chair. Remember the breathing where we did a 1 count, came off the chair, held our breath, exhaled, and went back down. What the goal of this exercise is, we're going to get in our good spot, engage our core, and we want to actually come up and go to here, one side, turn, come in, other side, turn, back to the middle, and then rest. That's going to be 1 repetition. We're going to go for 10 of those. But the whole time, the goal, even if you can't reach it, is to have more of an independent trunk as you go through the range of motion and then back to your starting position. So, does that sound all right? Let's give this one a try. So just go ahead and let everything melt to the floor, relax, we're in a good position. So what we're gonna do is inhale, get ourselves in position, moving the trunk. Exhale. Good. Inhale up with the arms. Exhale. Open the arm out. Inhale and exhale. Close the arm in. Inhale and exhale. Now the other side. Since you've got the breathing okay, we're just going to go through this normally. Breathe naturally. Right arm comes in, back down to the thighs, then to the chair. Okay, breathe for a count. Back up again, second rep. Up, you're breathing naturally on your own. Maintain that trunk as best you can. reach to the left, palms up, palms down, close the arms, reach to the right, palms up, palms down, back to the center, and then relax the arms and return. So these movements are really methodical, really slow, straightforward, but for most people, it should give you a pretty good cardiovascular activation. So again, come up with the trunk, especially if you're using these trunk muscles really well. Focus on that. Go out to the left, palms up, palms down, drawing the bow. Come in to the other side. Palms up, palms down, and back, and relax. I would say that would be number 3. Back up again, keeping the interval going. Breathe natural. Good. Slow and deliberate. Okay, back down. Number 4. Coming up. Reach out. Keeping those shoulders relaxed, very good. And down, that was number 5. Now, just for chuckles, when I go up for the next 5, I'm gonna reach to my right side first. I tend to be a really obsessed about staying balanced. It's just kind of the person that I am. So let's do the next 5. So we come up, some of that yin and yang concept going on, balance it out. So I reach out to my right, come back in, to the left. Good. I forgot the little pronation there. Make sure we get that in, and then back down. Good. So notice we're just engaging the core, coming right off of the back of the chair a little bit, up. Really useful muscles. You can probably start to feel it in your hip flexors a little bit, maybe the abdominals. The arm movements will definitely help you feel it in your shoulders. That was number 7, I believe. Come up. Reach to the right. Reach to the left. Good. Back in. And down. One more that I'm going to do with you, then I'm going to give you a second to practice this on your own. I want to see you do at least 1 rep on your own. Very good. And back down. So one more time on your own, gentlemen. Let's see you pull that off. Come on up with it. Engage that core. Very good, John. There you go. Yep. Way to work. A way to work on keeping those shoulders down. Good job. Excellent. Very good. All right, now go ahead and relax there. Take a breathing count, take a couple of breaths, and what we're going to do is move right on into the next exercise. This is going to be a really simple one, okay? Well, everything that I do, I try to keep it as simple as possible. I see these guys have a pretty decent arm control, maybe in some of the grip as well, so we're going to add some resistance to what you do. Now, a lot of you may spend a lot of time, if you're in manual chairs, you spend a lot of time pushing, especially pushing down or pushing forward. That's going to strengthen a lot of your pushing muscles, like in the chest and shoulder, maybe even kind of get you tight and pronated. So we want to work on a pulling motion. We're going to involve the hips, and we're going to involve our own arms with our legs. So here's what we're going to do. Stay in your chair. Make sure you're, comfortable like always. I'm going to work with the right side. So in the camera, you're probably facing me. It's probably your left. But here's what we're going to do. Okay, think of it as if you're actually, most of you probably do this a lot. You adjust your feet on your foot plate when you're going to transfer anything like that. What I want you to practice is doing as quickly as you can, but comfortably, safely, 12 repetitions of lift and set, lift and back. Now, if you're not able to do that whole motion, that's not a problem. If you can't like adduct or abduct or make your leg come out some, just lift and come back down. But I want you to work against the resistance of your own leg, okay? The resistance of the weight of your leg with just your right side. So it's real simple. We're just gonna 1, 2, 3, and try to clear the foot for 12 straight reps. Are we all set?
Yes, sir.
Good. I could get the lateral. You good there? Let's get you. Help you out. Boom. How's that? Good. Give me a pull. Let me see what you got. Yeah, that's it. You're clearing the heel a little bit. Okay, on my count, I'm gonna do a quick count, 12 reps with the curls. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. All right, take a little breather. We feeling all right?
Yes, sir.
So what we want to do then is, if you're feeling good, let's take advantage of the cardio. Let's go right into the other leg, okay? Yep. 12 of them. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Now, again, on my count, I'm gonna do a quick count, 12 reps with the curls. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. All right, take a little breather. We feeling all right?
Yes, sir.
So what we want to do then is, if you're feeling good, let's take advantage of the cardio. Let's go right into the other leg, okay? Yep. 12 of them. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Go ahead and relax.
These are heavy legs.
Yeah.
I know they were fighting me.
Good deal. Good deal. Okay, now, next exercise. It all depends on the integrity of your shoulder joints and all that. I know in a lot of people, they tend to need to work on pushing motions anyway for the triceps and all that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put my hands right on the edge of my chair on the sides here. Now, you guys can use your arm rests or whatever you're used to using, but what I want you to do, and you don't even have to like do a real bit clear of the rep, but I want you to think about just pushing body weight up and back down. Pushing body weight up and back down. It would be similar if you were gonna like transfer or something, but it's not important that you have to clear your bottom. As long as you can in some way, shape, or form get the extension, straightening of the elbow, and some semblance of activating your triceps. But I want to see if we can do them both with both arms. So either press it on your arm rests, you might even get it on your chair, or however you'd like to do that, okay? And we're gonna go for another 12 reps. So again, it's just gonna be a quick 1, 2, just like that, going through 12. Are we ready, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and relax. So, simple exercises, getting that upper body working. If you're feeling like you're being worked out, if you have any kind of shortness of breath, you understand your body, exercise. Ready. Now, again, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and relax. So, simple exercises, getting that upper body working. If you're feeling like you're being worked out, if you have any kind of shortness of breath, you understand your body. If it's like a comfortable pace, you feel like you're getting worked out, but you're not being exerted too much, great. If right now you feel like you've kind of went to your capacity, you need a couple minutes to gather yourself, no problem, take that. I can talk a lot, so we can take up some of that time that way. So now, the next thing we're gonna do is, there's different names for this exercise that I like: sun salutations, painting the golden sun. That's a really cool one, whole lot of metaphors there. But what we're gonna first go think about is getting back to this position here. Okay, so hopefully we've had pretty good idea with that. When we come here, we actually wanna try to come up to our brow. Now, ideally, if you can come above the crown of your head, that means you've got really, really good range of motion in your shoulders and scapulas, that scapular plane. But even if you can only get to your brow, or even if you can only get here, that's fine. What you're gonna do is think like you're opening curtains, articulate the hands best you can, and then you're holding a cup of water, like a bowl of water right at the end. There you go. So that's the basic movement. If you can get higher, way up, come around, and then just scoop the bowl of water right in front of you and then relax. So working a little bit more of that scapular plane. So we're gonna do 12 of those. Now here's the deal. There tends to get to be tension up in the upper neck, you know, the sides, because when we raise the elbows, there's always a tendency to do this. But just like the first exercise, we wanna keep them down as much as we can so that we can really work that range. So we come up, usually we'll inhale, and then exhale as we open the chest, and then hold the bowl. Then start over again. Number 2, go. Up, inhale. As we split apart, exhale. Back to the bowl. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. I think that was 4. Inhale. Exhale. Sorry about that, a little late on the exhale. All these exercises, do your breathing cadence that's comfortable for your lung capacity. So if your lung capacity is not as big, so number 6, you might have to go a little quicker. Okay, if you have a really big lung capacity, number 7, we could go nice and slow. Big inhale, long exhale. 5 more. 8. Good. 9. Ten. Good. 11. Excellent. And 12. Last one. All right. Exercise. Now, again, so we come up. Usually we'll inhale and then exhale as we open the chest and then hold the bowl. Then start over again. Number 2, go. Up, inhale. As we split apart, exhale. Back to the bowl. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. I think that was 4. Inhale. Exhale. Sorry about that, a little late on the exhale. All these exercises, do your breathing cadence that's comfortable for your lung capacity. So if your lung capacity is not as big, so number 6, you might have to go a little quicker. Okay, if you have a really big lung capacity, number 7, we could go nice and slow. Big inhale, long exhale. 5 more. 8. Good. 9. 10. 11. 12. Last one. All right. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now, let's diverge a little bit and do something interesting, because we're all going to have trouble with the control of our hands and everything. So nobody's going to be perfect at this one, but this will be kind of fun. Okay, what we're going to do is work on different hand postures, Kung Fu style. So here's what we're going to do. Get comfortable. First thing, best you can, let's see you make those tiger claws.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, there you go. Really activate the tendons in the fingers. You can think like you're clawing and squeezing in, or you can claw and then squeeze outward. So you got, your pronation and your supination. Very good. Excellent. Now, focus the best you can on getting the tips of your fingers together. Even if it's just 2, all of them, even if you can just do 1. But work on the extension of your fingers and the tips. Put your mind there and just do this. Very good. Extend the wrist, flex the wrist. Extend the wrist, flex the wrist. Now think like you're riding in a circle. See if you can do that. Get some rotation going. There you go. Other direction. Working those wrists. Very good. All right, now, one that'll be pretty difficult, but always challenging, always fun. As best you can, just do that lumbrical curl there, and then to here. The first part is, this is basically the first part of making a really uncompromised fist in martial arts for punching. But if you can just work those tendons and that lumbrical grasp a little bit, closing and opening. Keep those thumbs out of the way. Very good. Excellent. All right. Last one, the spear hand. Try to get your fingertips as straight as you can. Basically, your hand is the head of a spear, your arm is the spear. There you go. Try to think like water going through a water hose. The awareness of your mind and your arm, push that awareness through your arm, through the tips of your fingers. And you can kind of alternate to either side, but really just work. Right. The hand postures, very good. Now here's another one, and again, this is for people for all different levels, so if you can't do this, that's not a problem. But the opposable thumb. Okay, so from here, just work on getting the fingertips together as best you can. If it's just something to where your hands are kind of like stiff, but you've got thumb mobility, maybe work on doing this one, okay, instead of that. Or if your hands are just kind of tied it up, all together, fine, just work the mind intent, even if it's just a little bit, okay? If you have a pinch with the thumb and index finger, see if you can manifest that pinch with the next finger, and then even the next one, and then even the pinky. Just build that awareness. In neurophysiology, in therapy, we have this term called supraspinal input. It's basically just talking about the brain input, the awareness. There's certain things in our body that's built in that our bodies will just respond to reflexively, to where the thought pattern doesn't have to go to the brain. It just goes right into the spine and right back out. But there are other things that require, we have to think. If we're walking, that's kind of an autonomous pattern. But if we want to step over the mud puddle, we got to think about that. So a lot of your neuro stuff has to do with going back and forth between what the body knows how to do and what the brain knows how to do. So the more you're aware, the more you're focused, the more you get really into the movement that you're trying to do, the more supraspinal input goes through your entire nervous system. And eventually it kind of reinforces certain goals that you might have, just to kind of throw that out there. So let's take it to another level. We're gonna get moving a little bit more, okay? So what I want us to do, we should be pretty warmed up with having our arms extended in front of our bodies. So what I want us to do is I want us to do the speed bag drill, the single strike. Think like you got the little teardrop speed bag in front of you. Keep your good trunk control. And I just want you to alternate rolling your fists over one another, just like this. From this angle, see, this is like a forward motion. Then we have a back roll. So if your body starts to kind of loosen up and talk to itself, there might even be a little bit of spinal rotation going on with the movement. Let your body complement whatever it is you're trying to do, okay? So relax. I want to burn those shoulders a little bit, get the heart rate up, so we're going to do little HIIT intervals, okay? So when I say go, we're going to just start rolling this as fast as we can. If I say switch, we switch to the other side. If I say left, we just do the left. If I say right, we just do the right, and I'll come back to both. So I'll throw different curveballs at you, and we're gonna do these for a few seconds at a time with some short rests in between to get the heart rate up, okay? Let's ready to smash that speed bag. 3, 2, 1, both arms, go. Yeah, there's the clock right there. Backwards, go. Second 15 seconds. 15-second interval. Yeah, clock's perfect. Forward again, right on. Get that Arsenio going. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, just keep, I kind of dated myself. That's 90s, no big deal.
I used to watch that in my room when I wasn't supposed to be up.
Left arm, get the Arsenio going. Hit that speed bag. Yes, yes, yes. Now alternate. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10-second burnout. Go. Three, 2, 1. Relax. Good. Let your breathing go. And then once you're breathing, like if you got pretty out of breath, that's fine, let it recover. But then as soon as you can, go back into your comfortable count. So let's say I was exerting myself, I'm breathing, but as soon as I can, I want to try to get to that 3-second inhale, 3-second hold, 3-second exhale. So kind of retrain your body how to recover a little bit and get oxygen back into your blood after you've exerted yourself some. Okay, let's do another set of that one. Ready? Yes, 30-second break is over. Begin. Hit that bag. Left arm only. I keep going, man. I might start throwing some of my sound effects on you. Right arm, boom, 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 boom. There we go. It's happening. Now bring it back with the left. Bring it back. Bring it back with the right. Five with the left. Bring it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10-second burnout. Bringing it back. Three, 2, 1. Relax. Back into your breathing. Excellent. Yeah, that got me a little warm. It's the whole purpose of it, right? So how's everybody doing?
Breathing a little bit.
Yeah. It's a pretty good workout. Don't let me get too carried away. I might go overtime on y'all. So let's go ahead. We worked the arms. We did a little bit of breathing. We got the core going. But let's go ahead these last few minutes and kind of challenge the core a little bit. Here we're going to do one set of 10. We're going to attempt to get to doing the drawing the bow to either side. Now here's the sequence of the exercise. Start in your chair. Remember the breathing where we did a 1 count, came off the chair, held our breath, exhaled, and went back down. What the goal of this exercise is, we're going to get in our good spot, engage our core, and we want to actually come up and go to here, one side, turn, come in, other side, turn, back to the middle, and then rest. That's going to be 1 repetition. We're going to go for 10 of those. But the whole time, the goal, even if you can't reach it, is to have more of an independent trunk as you go through the range of motion, and then back to your starting position. So, does that sound all right? Let's give this one a try. So just go ahead and let everything melt to the floor, relax, we're in a good position. So what we're gonna do is inhale, get ourselves in position, moving the trunk. Exhale. Good. Inhale up with the arms. Exhale. Open the arm out. Inhale and exhale. Close the arm in. Inhale and exhale. Now the other side. Since you've got the breathing okay, we're just going to go through this normally. Breathe naturally. Right arm comes in, back down to the thighs, then to the chair. Okay, breathe for a count. Back up again, second rep. Up, you're breathing naturally on your own. Maintain that trunk as best you can. Reach to the left, palms up, palms down. Close the arms, reach to the right. Palms up, palms down. Back to the center, and then relax the arms and return. So these movements are really methodical, really slow, straightforward, but for most people, it should give you a pretty good cardiovascular activation. So again, come up with the trunk, especially if you're using these trunk muscles really well. Focus on that. Go out to the left, palms up, palms down, drawing the bow. Come in to the other side. Palms up, palms down, and back, and relax. I would say that would be number 3. Back up again, keeping the interval going. Breathe natural. Good. Slow and deliberate. Okay, back down. Number 4. Coming up. Reach out. Keeping those shoulders relaxed, very good. And down, that was number 5. Now, just for chuckles, when I go up for the next 5, I'm gonna reach to my right side first. I tend to kind of be a really obsessed about staying balanced. It's just kind of the person that I am. So let's do the next 5. So we come up, some of that yin and yang concept going on, balance it out. So I reach out to my right. Come back in. To the left. Good. I forgot the little pronation there. Make sure we get that in, and then back down. Good. So notice we're just engaging the core, coming right off of the back of the chair a little bit, up. Really useful muscles. You can probably start to feel it in your hip flexors a little bit, maybe the abdominals. The arm movements will definitely help you feel it in your shoulders. Number 7, I believe. Come up. Reach to the right. Reach to the left. Good. Back in. And down. One more that I'm going to do with you, then I'm going to give you a second to practice this on your own. I want to see you do at least 1 rep on your own. Very good. And back down. So one more time on your own, gentlemen. Let's see you pull that off. Come on up with it. Engage that core. Very good, John. There you go. Yep. Way to work. A way to work on keeping those shoulders down. Good job. Excellent. Very good.